Good morning, everyone. This is Rivcal, and today we are starting our Nuzlocke of Pokemon SoulSilver. Technically, this is a second attempt, sort of, in that I started a Nuzlocke of Pokemon Silver for the Wheel of Struggle, and I didn't love it. Just because Pokemon Silver is... The older gen games have a lot of mechanics that aren't reflected in them. And being that I really enjoy the mechanics of Pokemon, I wanted something I could sink my teeth into more. Something where we're dealing with abilities and we're potentially going to be able to do things like... Also, the physical special split is a huge deal as far as moves being more diverse and allowing more Pokemon to get going. So, this is my first attempt at doing a DS game on stream, so hopefully this works out. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Since we're no longer doing things with the... Since we're no longer doing things for Wheel of Struggle with this, no timer, no restrictions on guides, I'm going to be going all out, being my normal self. Okay, this world is wildly inhabited by creatures known as Pokemon. We humans live alongside Pokemon as friends. At times we play together, at others we work together. Some people use their Pokemon to battle and develop close bonds. Now, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? Are you a boy or a girl? You're a boy then? Yes. Please tell me your name. This still has limited characters. That's special. Don't you know that my screen name is 8 characters long? Why are you cutting me off like this? Your very own tale of grand adventure is about to unfold. Fun experiences, difficult experiences, there's so much waiting for you. Dreams, adventure, let's go to the world of Pokemon. I'll see you later. Okay. Hi, Rafe, you're finally awake. Your friend Lyra was just here. She was playing hide and seek with her Meryl. I forgot to ask, our acquaintance Professor Elm is looking for you. He said he had a favor to ask. You know where the lab is, it's right next door. By the way, do you have everything you need to go out? Here, use this bag to carry things. This is your trainer card. You can save the record of your progress. These are also helpful. Just try touching buttons and you'll know what to do in no time. So I am gonna have to figure out whether I want to keep the screens split like this. Obviously, when we're in the overworld, I'm not sure that this is the best layout, just because the menu screen is a little bit, doesn't do much when we're traveling. But I also know that a lot of the menu stuff is on this half of the screen. So like, when I'm doing stuff with Pokemon menuing, all of the text, if I shrink this window down too much, is going to be really small. And the other way to do that would be to have multiple scenes, and I'm not quite that advanced. They like my bag. Okay. Hi, Rafe. I've been waiting here for you. Do you know anything about my research? Pokemon are carried in Pokeballs, but before the Pokeball was invented, people used to walk with Pokemon just like your friend Lyra does. Pokeballs are great because you can carry many Pokemon, but walking with Pokemon must have some advantages, like friendship. I'm going to give you a Pokemon. You can walk beside this Pokemon outside its Pokeball and see if it brings special feelings or bonds. Okay. And we are going to go with Arcee. Oh. Hey, listen, I have this acquaintance that people call Mr. Pokemon. He keeps finding weird things and raving about his discoveries. I just got an email saying this time it's real. Probably found another Pokemon egg. But we're still so busy with our Pokemon research. Wait, I know, you can go in our place. Can we count on you? You can choose one of the Pokemon over there. So, I did a little bit of thinking. I was considering switching over to Totodile for our starter, just because Totodile is pretty bulky. And with the physical special split, we have things like Waterfall and Crunch available that give it some really solid attacking moves. However, Cyndaquil, there's not a lot of good fire types in this game, especially in the Johto region. So we're sticking with Cyndaquil. This is one of the only Pokemon we got to decide on, so we're going to use it to take advantage. Take advantage of what we can. We are going to give it a nickname, and this is going to remain from our previous run. Tom, the Cyndaquil, returns. How do you like walking with your Pokemon? Not bad, is it? You can take it all the way to Mr. Pokemon's house. If your Pokemon gets hurt, you should heal it with this machine. It's easy to use. Okay, so we can heal there. I want you to have these to help you with your task. Potions. And the original gives you one. Hesitate to use a potion. We will not be using potions unless we are out of battle. Rafe. Oh, so you picked a Cyndaquil. That's a cute Pokemon you have. When you walk with it, it'll become more friendly. You should turn around and talk to it sometimes too. Why don't you show your mom? Okay. Meryl, you get away from my Cyndaquil with your super effective moves. That's a cute Pokemon you have. Professor Elm must have given it to you. Oh, he has a task for you? What kind of task? That does sound a little difficult, but when someone makes that kind of request, it must be important. Your Pokegear came back from the repair shop. Here you go. Okay, we've got our Pokegear, which is our phone. Yes. Go north on Route 30. Now, we don't have Pokeballs yet, so Nuzlocke rules don't start yet. Oh, crap. Wait 1 second. Please be running shoes. Please be running shoes. I almost forgot about this. I'll give you my number. Darn. Also forgot about this. Stereo. I think that's fine. I'm fine with L equals A. That just lets you mash faster. Basically what that means is that I can use the L button to progress text, which is nice when I have to also have one hand on the mouse occasionally. I suppose we should also double check here. Timid nature, awesome. So this is gonna be a little bit rough for the beginning of the game, just because that is a low attack nature. But we will get going once we get Ember. Yeah, that's not good. We may need to do a little bit of a quick grind here, which I don't want to go too far, but basically we are playing with level caps this time. First Pokemon each route is what you get to catch. Okay, we have the first rival battle here. So there are some rules that allow you to not count deaths until you get Pokeballs, and I think that's a reasonable thing in this particular case. He's gonna have us follow. You're not wearing the running shoes. I'll try to go as slow. He's mocking me. Route 30 is out that way. That's where Mr. Pokemon's house is. We can't go this way because we can surf, or we don't have surf or fishing poles yet. Thank God. Touch the sprint button on the touchscreen, hold B to sprint. So I assume this is toggle. Yep. There's our map. So I guess if we're not counting the rival battle, I'm much less worried about this being a thing, because that means that we do have an opportunity to do a little bit of a grind. That's not good. I don't know if poison lasts over... It does. Okay. So I'm actually going to, real quick here, they don't have repels! How dare you! How high can we get for this? Okay, so the first level cap isn't going to be, or is 13. So we've got plenty of room here. Just to state, is that literally the exact same pattern that we got last time? Crit poison. So after this first video, I'm not going to be doing much in the way of grinding. What I'm going to be doing is utilizing rare candies to level up. There's a couple reasons for this. The main one is time. I spent, when I was playing Pokemon Reborn, I spent almost as long out of game grinding and leveling up as I did in game, because I had to do everything naturally. And that had systems in place, like where you could fight Chanseys at level 100 to really get a bunch of XP even. Now, I don't have as many teams to manage at this point, but leveling Pokemon up is really obnoxious, especially in these games. And I want to spend my time playing the game. So, we're putting hard level caps in, so I'm not going to be abusing it. But it saves me a lot of time. The big thing, and there's several very prolific Nuzlockers who make comment, or who have commented on this particular thing. It's pretty common at this point. Like, it's a widely accepted thing to be using rare candies on your Nuzlocke runs. It gets you your caught Pokemon up to usability in a more reasonable manner, because especially once you get going, it's not hard to level up. You could go back and, like, we could sit here and fight Pidgeys forever and be safe about it. But that takes forever. So if you're forcing people to choose between time, safety, and efficiency, I'm going to be safe and efficient about it, because there are ways to be safe that take forever. The focus is on making all of our existing, like, whatever our Pokemon we get, utilizing them to the best of our ability, figuring out which teammates work best, not sitting there trying to, you know, like, the reason I died in my Silver run was largely, and it was my own fault, don't get me wrong, it's because I got greedy, but it was because I was trying to level up my Magikarp, and with the system in place, it takes forever. Now, you may get XP share earlier in this game, and it may be okay, or maybe more okay, I guess. These are all apricorns instead of berries, and that makes me nervous. Yep, totally meant to come to your house. Definitely not Mr. Pokemon's house. So, not having berries available is actually a big change so far. That's a... Okay, those two are already fighting. I'm guessing we need to go this way. I'm still not super familiar with this, and I'm still working on my documentation for it. I just wanted to get started. I am going to skip the Weedle again, just because I don't want to get poisoned. It's not that I'm worried about being able to beat it, because I know I can. It's not wanting to spend antidotes. You must be Rafe. It was I who sent an email to Professor Elm earlier. This is what I want Professor Elm to examine. A friend of mine from Ekrotique gave it to me. I bet you can't find this kind of egg in Johto. I thought Professor Elm might be able to tell me what it is. He's the best when it comes to research on Pokemon evolution. That's a quote from the famous Professor Oak. Are you returning to Professor Elm? Here, your Pokemon should have some rest. Okay. Speaking of the famous Professor Oak, he's just hanging out here. And with that, I'm Professor Oak, a Pokemon researcher. So you're Rafe. I was just visiting my friend, Mr. Pokemon. I heard you were running for an errand for Professor Elm and I waited here. Oh, what's this? A rare Pokemon. You must be helping Elm with Elm's research. I understand why he gave you that Pokemon. You will treat your Pokemon with love and care, it seems. Ah, you seem to be dependable. How about you help me out? This is the latest version of the Pokédex. It automatically records data. It's like a high-tech encyclopedia. I'd like you to have it. You'll meet many kinds of Pokemon and complete the Pokédex. I have to go to Goldenrod for my usual radio show. This is not the last time we meet. And we now have a bunch of old men's numbers in our phone. As the Pokemon gods intended. Hello, Rafe. It's a disaster. What should I do? Get back here now. So this is the thing I am most worried about, but like I said, I'm not gonna consider the Nuzlocke fully started yet, just so we can, just in case we die to the rival fight. I'm not super worried, but when we don't have any special attacking moves, we have a timid nature, there's a chance that things go badly. It's not like they have water moves, so it's not like the type advantage matters right now. I guess I will also just say, I don't think I've specified all of the rules I'm playing with. So, basic Nuzlocke rules, which are first Pokemon on each route, no duplicate species. So, once I've had a Pokemon of a species, I cannot catch another Pokemon from that line ever again. I can't have multiple EVs, I can't have, I don't get, like, if I get a Slowbro, I can't get a Slowking as well, anything like that. It's one from each evolutionary line. With the weird exception of Nidoran, because there's two evolutionary lines, and anyway. If Pokemon dies, it's gone. Can't use it anymore. No items in battle, set battle. That's the basic rules. And no overleveling the gyms. So when we start the fight with the gym leader, we can be at the level of their highest Pokemon. At most. Hopefully that makes sense. Oh my gosh, the save apparently takes forever. Good to know. I had noticed that previously when I was playing another game on the emulator. DS emulators are kind of wonky to start with. Got a Pokemon at the lab? That's a waste. That's a Pokemon that's too good for a wimp like you. I have a good Pokemon. I'll show you what I mean. So, Totodile, this is like I said, the one fight that I'm kind of worrying about. We are 2 levels higher, but Totodile is largely stronger and bulkier. We got a crit. We should be fine. I was gonna say that we would be okay because of the crit, and then they got a crit too. They keep using Leer, we're fine. Didn't have anything to worry about. Do you know who I am? I'm gonna be the world's greatest Pokemon trainer. Hey, give it back, that's my trainer card. Oh no, you saw my name. So this gives us the ability to name him when we get to the lab. So I will also just mention, since I brought it up, we will be utilizing a save editor for basic functions like evolving trade Pokemon. It's how I'm getting my levels, or I'm just going to give myself a bunch of rare candy. We're not going to be using it to adjust the Pokemon themselves beyond the evolutions that we can't do otherwise. Unless I have to make an adjustment that makes sense. Basically, as with all of the other things that I've been talking about, we're looking at the ways to do things in a way that are efficient, but still challenging. Who are you? We are investigating the case of the missing Pokemon. Rule number 1, whoever did it will come back to the site. Oh, so you must be the one who did it? Hold on a second, he had nothing to do with it. I saw it, there was a red-haired boy looking into the building. You battled a boy like that? He must be the one who did it. Did you get his name? We did. So, when we were battling for the wheel, we put our rival as Kylo. However, this is just for YouTube. So, being that it's for YouTube, there is only one foe. The dreaded algorithm. That's gonna bother me. We'll just call him Algo for short. My next assignment is to search for this red-haired individual. You do that, sir. I'm sure we'll never see you again. Rafe, I'm glad they understand you were innocent. See you later. This is terrible. What was Mr. Pokemon's big discovery? This is an egg. This egg may be something I've never seen, but it's just an egg. Mr. Pokemon is always fascinated by eggs. Well, since you give it to us, may as well find out what secret it holds. I'll keep it for a while to figure it out. What? He gave you a Pokedex? Oh, is that true? That's incredible. It's superb at seeing the potential in trainers. I knew you were different. Things are going to be fun. Your Pokemon seem to really like you. Why don't you take the gym challenge? If you manage to defeat all the gym leaders, you'll eventually challenge the Pokemon League champion. Or not. Becoming the champion is not at all easy, but you can certainly challenge Violet City's gym. Challenging the gym scattered around would be a long journey. Before you leave, make sure you talk to your mom. You're leaving on an adventure. I'll help too. But what can I do for you? I know, when you receive prize money, I'll save some for you. On a long journey, money's important. You want me to save your money for you? So apparently, this is... there's some rewards later that you get from your mom saving money up for you. So I am gonna go ahead and do this. We still don't have any Pokeballs yet. I'm guessing we're gonna get stopped as we head out of town. Yep. There you are. You can catch wild Pokemon with Pokeballs. Follow me. Just like that. Was I too fast? I'll try again. Come this way. Really? I was really hoping that it was just gonna let us roll from there, but oh well. I do love that they always give you this tutorial, and this tutorial is wrong. Its HP is not down enough for it to actually affect the catch chance at that point. And especially with low-level Pokemon, it's way better to just throw the Pokeball and not risk accidentally killing it. Just like that. It's better to lower your target's HP more than I did. Okay, it did at least tell you that. Or make it sleep or something. You can try all kinds of things and see what works. I'm not gonna try things and see what works. We're doing a Nuzlocke here. Okay. So... I mean... So, we've got a route that we can get to here, Route 29. We can get to Cherry Grove. Honestly, I think I might go ahead and just do that. How many Pokeballs did she give? 5. Okay. So let's head back to Cherry Grove Town. Oh, did it heal? We did not get healed. That's important too. So we're going to catch our first Pokemon, and then start heading back to town. That'll give us the I think that'll give us a good stopping spot. So there's a few options. Last time we got a Centret here. Pidgey's honestly a pretty good option. I'm not going to complain. I don't think anyone has Pidgey or a Flying down currently. So we are going to do a quick randomizer. We've got 11 options. And number 10. Ben Harrow. And we actually have an apostrophe available this time, so that works. Not the best nature, but not a bad one either. That's actually going to be really good, especially since we are playing with a level cap now. One of the challenges that you run into when you are playing with a level cap is if you level up too much before the gym leader, you can end up with a Pokemon that you accidentally over level if they're your only reliable source. So, having multiple Pokemon that are going to be useful against somebody like, let's say, the, let's say the Bug Trainer, the second gym. Being able to have a second Pokemon in addition to our Fire Starter, instead of just wrecking the entire gym with one Pokemon, having a second one who is still super effective to split the XP between is really good. Helps make sure you don't overlevel one person. And I think that's gonna be our first video. We put a pretty good dent in the intro. There's a lot of just walking through the basics with this, but getting an understanding of what I'm intending to do with this run, what my basic plans are, how I'm gonna do things, and also giving a trial run of the layout that I'm using. Obviously, if you have suggestions on that front, please let me know as well. It's not something that I have a lot of experience with, so I just threw something together quick. So yeah, if you see it adjust down the road, it's probably because somebody made a comment and said, hey, you know what'd be better than what you did? This. So hopefully you're still enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.